Today we're reviewing our favorite piece of microlearning video technology, the Lightboard.
The Lightboard! Can I see the light?
And specifically, Revolution Lightboard's Lightboards.
And in addition to this, we want to revolutionize the e-learning industry, which is why we have a free masterclass for you. Link below, online course, e-learning program, how to create it successfully. Go check it out.
Go check it out. Go check it out now.
All right, let's go.
Right.
We are in the flow. Revolution Lightboard review.
So
first thing
if you are interested in a Revolution Lightboard, we have a link to it right below this video.
Appreciate the support.
By using our link, you show your support to us, and you also can tell your friends that you're really cool. So here's what we got. So we're gonna go through the different sizes and pricing. We got it on our computer here, so you can look at it here. But you can also look at it here. So, or over there. Or over there. Depends on where we put it. But basically, we're gonna go through the different sizes. So there's different sizes of Lightboards. So we go to products here, Lightboards.
Click
we're
on
go
them
through
Lightboards.
different sizes. So the first size is massive with a adjustable system to rise and lower it. We'll go through that as well. But
That's
really,
the size of the TV in my basement.
so 95 inches on the diagonal is much bigger than what we currently have here.
This is actually, so the 95 incher is great. The thing about it though is that you probably want to be utilizing it if you have multiple subject matter experts. When we get to this size, you'll see that two fit, but the 95 inch allows for more people, more flexibility, and a lot more drawing if it's a visual thing that you're training.
Though.
Yeah, it is an investment.
You're also going to do an 82-inch one on the diagonal. You can do a 66. We almost did a 66.
Yep, we almost did a 66.
You can do a 45. That's what we have. Or you can do a 35. So the reason why we like the 45 over the 35 inch. First of all, the 35 inch, there's no way you're getting two people behind it.
Yeah.
Second of all, you really don't have that much space to write on.
Yeah.
With the 45 inch, you have the ability to have two people behind it, you have enough space to write on, and the lights in the board evenly illuminate it so that, for the most part, your wording looks the same. Otherwise, when you have these big light boards, so we get back to like the 82 and the 95 inch, the problem with these light boards is if you have something written in the middle, it's gonna look a lot different than something written on the sides. So that's why we recommend, so if you are looking to buy a Lightboard, first of all, buy a Revolution Lightboard. They're way better than the other options, and the other options is you could build your own. Yes, it'll be a little cheaper to build your own, but the problem is we've had multiple people build their own, and it's really hard to get the lighting to be even throughout the board. So you may as well spend a little extra money. Don't have to worry about building it yourself. We've had ours for a couple of years now, and it's phenomenal. The other option is there are a couple other companies out there. Their Lightboards are actually more expensive, and it's because they have some added technologies in it that aren't necessary, because you can do all of this in post-production for much cheaper. Like the technologies are actually flipping the image as part of the recording. You don't need to do that because it's a simple effect that you just go like that and it flips the image.
Now, the next thing that you see here is the Lightboard and also a stand. Should I get it with the stand? Should I not get it with the stand? Now,
look, it's significantly more expensive. Look, the board we have right here is $1,500 if you get it without the stand, or it's $3,000 if you get it with the stand. Here, I'm gonna open up both of these.
Now, there are pros and cons with the stand. The big pro with the stand is that it comes to fit with the Lightboard that you got. Also, it's electrical, so with a simple button on the side, you can move it up and down very, very easily. Now, what is the biggest challenge with the stand?
It's expensive as hell.
It is expensive, and also, you can typically only use it for the Lightboard, because the purpose of getting the Lightboard stand is to screw the Lightboard. There are holes at the bottom of the Lightboard to screw it into the stand.
It's kind of a permanent fixture.
Exactly, it's a permanent fixture.
Now, what we did is we bought it without the stand. And when we bought it, it was actually more expensive too. I think we paid $2,000 for it. And what we did is we went to Home Depot and we bought a Husky workbench to fit the dimensions of the Lightboard. So I forget which one this is, but you'll know with measuring. And this was only $200. So $200 compared to $1,500. So it's $1,500 more dollars to get the height adjustable Lightboard system, and it's only $200 to get what we have. So the total cost is $1,700 versus $3,000. Now the pros of this are, as Hector said, since this isn't actually mounted on the workbench, you can use the workbench as a table, as a desk, for a lot of other uses in our office and in our studio.
Also, another pro is that there's storage. You can't see them, but
it's a workbench.
There's 2 shelves here, which is great. So Johnny, what is the con?
So we keep all of our accessories in the workbench. Pretty cool. The only con is it's not electric.
It's not electric, it is manual.
It's manual.
Which
is actually a pro because I'm getting my workout in.
Yeah, we're getting our calories. And then honestly, one last con, you just have to be cautious because if you accidentally push this Lightboard over, it's going down.
We do recommend to not store the Lightboard on the workbench if you don't drill it in.
Yeah.
So if you don't drill it in, store it on the ground, bring it back up on the workbench when you're going to use it. And be careful when you're doing that because you don't want to break the Lightboard as well. We've been doing that for a couple years though, and it's been fine and flawless. So now how long does it take to build the Lightboard, Hector?
Now, it doesn't take super long to build it. It's really cool. So the website actually tells you the estimated time of assembly. So for example, estimated time to assemble 20 minutes.
This is wrong though. How long did it actually take, Hector?
It actually took me about 60 minutes to assemble. Now, totally understand the 20 minutes. However, there are certain, the top piece right here, the way that you're supposed to insert the piece and screw it in was a little bit confusing. So I had to do some research online, watch a couple tutorial videos to make sure I secure it, because this is probably the most important part, because this is where you're carrying the Lightboard. And honestly, the Lightboard isn't that light. It's kind of heavy. It's glass, right?
It's definitely not a light board.
But apart from that, as far as the ingenuity that you need, it's very, very basic, very simple. You just have a few screws to screw in. It was just some of the placement and orientation things that I was struggling with. So yeah, it was 60 minutes. Still really quickly though. I'd gotten a chair from IKEA and that's taken me like 3 hours.
Oh yeah,
So.
IKEA takes a long time. So you're also gonna need some accessories with your Lightboard. So really simple. I think these cost less than 20 bucks for a 5-pack. It's probably like $9 actually. But we have these markers. They have to be neon expo markers so that there's 2 lights in the Lightboard, by the way. There's these panel lights that keep the subject matter expert
Which
lighted.
is why there's a reflection right here, as you can see.
And then there's like a black light that shoots through the Lightboard that illuminates the marker. So you're gonna wanna buy at least 1 marker set to start. We've probably gone through 10 marker sets now because I write really.
Oh, that was loud.
But we got orange, we have yellow. Now please note that yellow and green actually show up on the Lightboard the same.
Yeah,
it's basically the same. Like it's because since there's like a black light or like a blue light shooting through the Lightboard, blue plus yellow equals green. So that's why they look very similar.
And also between the 2, we actually like yellow and use yellow a lot more.
Yeah, so, and then we have pink. Now pink you gotta be careful with because depending on your pigment, it could actually blend in with your skin. So you gotta be careful with pink. Blue is really nice. It can be really dark though, so you're gonna wanna, in post-production, bring the light up a little bit. So our favorite colors are orange, yellow, and green. So the other accessories you're gonna need is some sort of rag or a shirt.
No, don't use your shirt. Don't use your shirt. You want to use the rag. Also, on the website, they also have squeegees. You could also use squeegees.
You could use a squeegee. We hate this thing though. It's terrible. Don't use it. No, seriously, I think we've used the squeegee twice in 2 years. You don't actually need it.
And then also, the marker here really, really sticks to the Lightboard after some time. So what Johnny's getting right now is a solution, and this solution, you spray it and it comes right off. And honestly, the way that we recommend is you want to have 1 rag that is to clean when the spray is on, and you want to have 1 rag, a dry rag, after you do the first wipe. Oh, here they are. Here is rag number 1, and here's rag number 2. So we always use 1 rag. Whenever we spray something on, we always use the first rag, okay? And then we use a second rag, and this rag is only to be used after the first rag. And the reason is because if you make a lot of content like Johnny and I do, this first rag is gonna get extremely, extremely, extremely wet from all the spray.
Exactly.
And it won't work as well. So this is the most efficient way that we have found to clean your board as quickly as possible so you can start recording your next video as
Now, the
quickly
last
as
thing you
possible.
need to know is there's 2 adjustable light meters on the side. Now, depending on what board you get, you may have more or less. With the 45-inch on the diagonal board, we have one that brings up and down the black light that's in the board, and the other one brings up and down the actual light panel. So that's it. That's our review of Revolution Lightboard. We give it a 10 out of 10. We develop about 80% of our content for our YouTube channel using the board because it's so easy to use as a subject matter expert, and it looks awesome.
And their customer service team is great, very communicative and very responsive as well. So we are eLearning partners.
Check out our
free
affiliate link.
MasterClass, our affiliate link, and we'll see you in the next video.